You turn left out the front gate and start counting. 1 step, 2 steps. When you reach the corner, you try not to look into the subway entrance that opens like the mouth of a black hole in the sidewalk beside you. You have 4 blocks to go, or 1,247 steps. It would just be 1 stop on the red line. You hear your father reasoning in your head. But you'll walk. You always walk. You try to avoid long distances. Keep it small. The grocery store, 87 steps. That's just around the corner. Sarah's house, 273 steps to the front door, and a clean 300 if you count the walk up to her apartment on the 2nd floor, which you do. A 1-legged pigeon splutters out of the way of a passing bicycle, and you wonder, how many legs are strictly necessary to count a step? For a moment, you lose track of how many steps you've taken and stop abruptly. What was the last number you counted? Should you retrace them to the corner? You start to feel the warning signs spume into your chest like a bottle of Coke with a Mentos dropped in it. You look around frantically for something to anchor yourself to. There, the dead tree that the council refuses to cut down on Albert Street. Albert Street. That's 2 blocks from home, 2 blocks to the chemist, 624 steps. You're halfway there. You laugh nervously to yourself and take a small step forward. 625. All good. You glance at the clock on your phone screen and pick up your pace. Mr. Green always closes the chemist at 4:59 on the dot. It's only 3:55, but you hurry nonetheless. The bell jingles as you open the door. Hey, Mr. Green, my dad got a new prescription today. You push it across the slick linoleum counter. Mr. Green squints at the already crinkled words, and you regret folding and unfolding it so many times in your pocket on the way here. Sorry, dear, we don't have this one in stock at the moment. You'll have to go down to the 3rd Street location, he says as he hands it back to you. The clock on the wall behind him says 4:05. No, you say as the panicked pressure starts to rise again. 3rd Street is 13 blocks away. The doctor said he had to have his first dose tonight. That's no problem, says Mr. Green. The red line chain will take you straight there. The pressure reaches your ears. The red line? Doesn't he read the newspaper? You walk backwards out the door. Do backward steps add to your step count, or do they take away? You see the headline now as clearly as the morning you read it on the front page. Serial subway pusher takes aim at the red line. It happened so fast, witnesses stated to the police after they'd pulled what was left of the woman from the tracks. You imagine that she'd only taken 1 step before he jumped the turnstile and closed the distance between them, pushing her body onto the tracks. The red line whooshed by just 1 second later, the article had said. On the street outside the pharmacy, you try to catch your breath. Walking from here would be over 10,000 steps, at least an hour and a half at best. You rummage wildly through your bag, digging for your wallet. You find $12 in a mix of notes and coins, not enough for a taxi. Beside you is the entrance to the subway station. You stand at the top of the stairs, peering down. Your throat tightens just looking at it. It's been 265 days since the last strike, but you never know when or where he might push again. Beneath the sidewalk, you hear the train rumbling into the station. A man dressed in all black rushes past you and runs down the stairs. He jumps the turnstile. You grip the banister tightly and hold your breath, bracing yourself. Is this him? Pardon us, a mother says with a smile as she and her child try to squeeze by. She holds her child's hand up high, swinging him as he jumps down the stairs, taking 2 at a time. They laugh. Your father used to play the same game with you when you were small and he was healthy. You hear the train pull away from the station. No screams, no sirens, no pusher. You inch your toes to the edge of the first stair. One step. Thank you.